The NFL Combine is where the best college players come to showcase their athleticism to improve their draft stock, and this can help them shoot up draft boards and get paid. Well, all of these same attributes they test, like explosiveness, strength, and ability to run routes, are all vital to the receiver position in Madden as well. So I recreated the events from the Combine in Madden 23 so we can figure out what stats actually matter for receivers. The first drill we are looking at is the 40-yard dash. This is the most famous drill at the Scouting Combine, and it is used to measure pure speed. The drill will start at a standstill, and then you simply run 40 yards as fast as possible, and the clock will stop as soon as they hit the 40-yard mark. The record at the NFL Combine for a wide receiver in the 40 is John Ross when he ran a blistering 4.22 second 40. Now, the first thing I want to test here is acceleration versus speed and what is more important. So here we'll have three players. We'll have Devontae Adams with 99 excel and 90 speed. Then Terry McLaurin will have the opposite. Then Deontay Johnson will split them right down the middle. Then we're going to have a fourth and a fifth player. One will have 99 speed and 99 excel. Then CeeDee Lamb will have 90 for both. Then all these players are going to be 6'1" and 200 pounds, so this size won't affect them at all. Then one other thing for the times is my stopwatch I am using goes in 1/6 of a second intervals instead of 1/10 like they use at the NFL Combine. So at 0.59, it will flip to the next second instead of 0.99. So I'll do some quick math at the end and give you the adjusted time in tenths of a second, and this will make it easier to compare each time to real life. Now, first we have Devontae with the 99 excel and 90 speed, and he was able to run the 40 in a 4.29 seconds, and when adjusted, this equals a 4.48. Next, we have Terry McLaurin. He had 99 speed and 90 excel, and he ran it in 4.25. So if we adjust that, that is going to be a 4.41 real life 40. Next, we have Deontay, who had 95s at both, and he ran it in 4.29. So when adjusted, he will clock in at a 4.48 40 as well. Next, we have Brown, who is 99 in both, and he was able to run it in 4.17 seconds. And once we adjust that, that is going to equal a 4.28 real life 40, which is blazing. Then to wrap it up, we have CeeDee Lamb, and he is 90 for both, and he ran the 40 in 4.35. And when adjusted, this becomes a 4.58, so definitely a lot slower. Now here's a side-by-side of the 99 for both versus the 90 for both, and you can see he finishes about 4 yards behind the 99 speed and 99 excel player. So with this, we can definitely see that speed is key over acceleration and will help you edge out defenders, but having that acceleration out of the blocks definitely contributes to your overall speed on the field. Next, one thing you will hear people say in Madden is that tall players are faster than short players, so we are going to be testing that out. I have Evans at 6'5", 230, and then I have Grayson at 5'10", 180, and they have the exact same stats with 99 across the board. So first we have Evans at 6'5", and he runs a 40 in 4.19 seconds, so adjusted is equal to a 4.31 40-yard dash. Then we have Grayson at 5'10", and he's able to get it in at 4.20, and adjusted that equals about a 4.33 40-yard dash. Then here they are running side by side, and you can see there is no difference in ability to run, and they cross the line at the same time, proving that height does not affect overall speed. The second drill we are running through is the 3-cone drill. This drill is a crucial part of the NFL Combine, and it is used to measure a player's agility, balance, and change of direction speed. In the 3-cone drill, there's 3 cones placed in an L shape. The player starts at 1 cone, sprints 5 yards to the second cone, touches it, then returns to the first cone, touches it. Next, he runs back to the second cone, turns right, runs another 5 yards to the third cone, circles it, and sprints back through the other 2 cones. Now here I want to test agility and change of direction to see how much these actually affect the ability to stop and start and make tight turns. We will be looking at 5 players, one with 99 agility and 99 change of direction, then someone with 95 change of direction and 95 agility, then another player with 90 for both. Then for all the other attributes like speed and acceleration, they are at 90 for this drill. First we have Devontae with 99 for both, and he's able to run this in 7.15 seconds, and when we adjust that, that turns into a 7.25 85 3-cone. Then we have Deontay Johnson with 95 for each, and he ran it in 7.21 seconds, and adjusted that would be a 7.34 3-cone. Then lastly, we have 90 for both, and we have McLaurin here, and he ran it in 8:03, and when you adjust that, that becomes an 8:05 3-cone. Now this shows us having agility and change of direction higher definitely does allow us to turn tighter and run this 3-cone drill faster, but which one is more important? Well, now we have CeeDee Lamb with 99 agility and 85 change of direction, and then Brown with 99 change of direction and 85 agility. So they come out of this very similar, with CeeDee running a 7.29, so when you adjust that, that becomes a 7.48 3-cone. Then Hollywood Brown ran it in 7.20 seconds, or adjusted it becomes a 7.33 3-cone. So this leads me to believe that though they both are very important and contribute to movement skills, change of directions is slightly more vital, and you should target that first. The third drill we are looking at is the vertical jump. This is a significant component in the NFL Combine designed to assess a player's explosive power and lower body strength. In the vertical jump, players stand flat-footed in front of a measuring device with their arm fully extended, and then the difference between the player's reach and their jump height is their vertical jump. The record for a wide receiver at the NFL Combine for a vertical jump is held by Chris Connolly, who achieved a remarkable jump of 45 inches. Now, we can't really recreate this drill, but we can see the differences in vertical when they go to high point of football and then compare their jumps. So we're going to look at 3 players, and first we have CeeDee Lamb with a 99 vert, then Deontay has a 75 vert, and McLaurin has a 40. Then I made each of them 6'1", so there will be no difference in height. So first we have Lamb and his 99 vert, and you can see he skies up high in the air and is able to pluck the ball out at its highest point. Next we have the 75 vert, and he definitely gets up and gets the football, but doesn't seem to quite really explode and meet it at its apex. Then lastly we have the 40 vertical, and now here the difference is stark, with him seemingly barely getting off the ground. Now looking at each jump, and I can compare the size of the arrows, and the 99 vertical is 23% higher than the 75 vertical jump, and then it is 73% higher than the 40 overall vertical. Now another huge component of being a great wide receiver is to not just rely on athleticism, but route running can be the difference between being a good to great wideout in the NFL, so we also need to test that. So here I'm going to have 2 wide receivers, and they are both going to be 95s across the board stat-wise with route running and speed stats, but one has route tech on him and one doesn't. Now when you see each of them break on this corner route, we see that when route tech activates, it gives a significant boost to the separation the receiver will get, and can be the difference between getting a catch and the ball being incomplete. But if we take a closer look as they progress through the route and break, now the route tech will actually give a 57% increase in separation, which is a massive amount and is going to enable you to beat man coverage much easier. Now this is a preview of the testing I did on route running, and if you want to see the rest, you need to check out my website Scheme Kings. I go over a ton of route running testing, including testing the route running threshold and how much of an impact they have. Then I go over what is more important when getting open. Is it speed or route running? Then I look at if the size of a receiver has an impact on their ability to run routes. Then also on my site, you can look at all my schemes, like my current one I'm doing, which is my golden era offense, or my NCAA spread offense, or on defense where I have my Alabama match coverage scheme, or my LOB Seahawks defense, and so many more. So if you want to check out Scheme Kings, I will leave a link for it down in the description below. The fourth drill we are looking at is the bench press. This is a key part of the combine that gauges a player's upper body strength and endurance. In the bench press drill, players are required to lift 225 pounds as many times as they can. The current record for wide receivers at the combine is held by 4 players, including DK Metcalf, and the high mark is 27 reps. Now, once again, we can't really recreate this, but I wanted to test strength and run blocking. So I made 3 receivers, one who has 85 strength and 85 on all run block attributes, then a receiver who has 65 in those stats, then a third receiver who has 35 in all those stats. Now, first up, we have the 35 overall blocker trying to block a corner on the outside, and we see he gets tossed right away, and the corner comes up and makes a play at the line of scrimmage. Next, we have the 65 run blocker, and he does a much better job of holding his own, actually pushing the DB back, but eventually sheds and makes the tackle at about 5 yards. Then lastly, we have the 85 blocker, and he manhandles the DB and throws him to the ground, and then continues upfield looking for work. And this makes it very clear that these attributes do matter, and if you want to run the ball, target these stats stats on your wideouts, and it is going to be a major help. Now that you've learned the abilities that really factor into making a great receiver, you need an amazing offense to utilize them to their full potential, and I'm releasing my brand new one based around the 1990s Cowboys and their heavy utilization of the playmaker Michael Irvin and his ability to get downfield and make plays. So if you want to start dominating with that scheme, you need to click on this video right here.